episode was so much fun! This really is the greatest series. Avatar and The Legend of Korra, they are two of the greatest series I have ever watched. So frickin' awesome! Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Joe's Vlogs. Today we'll be doing my Korra retrospective. I'll be looking at each of the episodes of The Legend of Korra, telling you guys what I think of each episode, what I think of the series overall, and what I'd like to see maybe later on. But first, let me just give my opinion of Avatar overall. Note, I apologize to that guy with the glasses right now, but I have to do this. Oh my god, this is the greatest show I've ever seen in my life! Okay, I'm done. Seriously though, this really is so awesome. No other show have I ever watched, particularly on Nickelodeon, that has such character depth, such unique and interesting characters, such dark themes, and is handled so perfectly. And Avatar and The Legend of Korra remain to be the only series that I have ever watched that I can get my family to watch as well. No other animated show can do that. This episode's probably going to be a little bit longer, but you know what? It's Korra. I'll take an exception. As I'm queuing up the episodes, I'm going to go through each one and kind of give my opinion overall. In the bottom, I'll put a link of the subtitle that'll tell you what episode I'm talking about. I make no promises about spoilers. If you haven't seen this episode, watch it! Seriously, why are you guys not watching this yet? I've already done a review of episodes 1 and 2. You can look at the link in the description box below for those. Those are on the Cinema and Review. So let's get started with the third episode, The Revelation. Something that's going to kind of be a pattern throughout all these episodes is that each episode always trumps the previous episode. The Revelation took everything that was in the first two episodes and bumped it way up. It introduced Amon and made him the most terrifying guy ever. And the concept of him taking another person's bending, that was handled so perfectly. No one, I repeat, no one could have seen that coming. Because there was no way you could see that coming. The Voice in the Night was a really cool way to introduce Councilman Tarlock, introducing Hiroshi Sato, as well as showing just how much of a threat Amon really is. It is much better than The Revelation, in that it also shows us much more about Aang. And that was the episode that kind of revealed to us that the mistakes of Aang's generation were going to be fixed by Korra's. Which is kind of a theme that exists throughout all the Avatar series. The episode, The Spirit of Competition. I think, overall, in the grand scheme of all the episodes, this episode is probably the weakest. And that's because it really doesn't do a whole lot other than, it doesn't really introduce a whole lot except get the Fire Ferrets to the championships. And of course, to feed the shipping war. Okay, on the shipping war, as an Avatar, I do follow the shipping quite a bit. However, I have never been on the wrong side of a shipping war before. Yeah, the Mako-Korra relationship, I do think that's gonna be Endgame. Dang it. Bolin and Korra was cool. But I'm not gonna let it down. It's still a good episode, a solid episode. I think out of all of them, it's probably the weakest. And the winner is, however, takes everything, and it gets right back up to speed. There were a few episodes that were taken where it was, hey, the Pro Bending Championships are important. And then, of course, Amon pops up and goes, nope, I'm the one in charge. And watching the Pro Bending Arena blow up, that's got to be one of the most powerful scenes I've ever seen in any Avatar show. Also, Tenzin and Lin? More drama! Yay! Of course, the aftermath took everything, absolutely everything about the previous episode, and flipped it on its head. It revealed it to be a much darker plot, revealing that, spoilers, Hiroshi was an equalist? Which actually I thought was funny because the moment Asami showed up, every Korra fan went like this. No! No more drama! Just leave it to our relationship! Followed by, Asami must be an evil person. There's no way they'd do that. She has to be evil. And there is a Sato who is evil, but it's not Asami. Ha! After the episode of The Aftermath, we have to reveal, of course, that Tarlok is a bad guy. Called it. When Extremes Meet is probably one of the coolest episodes. Because it's more based in historical reality. Because you can see the historical basis for it. Tarlok is essentially Joseph McCarthy. And that's something else you have to realize about the Avatar series. All of the plot devices, every single conflict in the show, has some historical basis. The Equalist Revolt is akin to the 1920 communist revolutions that were going on. The 100-Year War is based off of the World Wars. Yakon's trial is based off of the trial of Al Capone. And thus Councilman Tarlok's rise to power is based off of McCarthyism. It's a really neat and interesting dynamic. And of course the revelation that Tarlok is a bloodbender is handled absolutely perfectly. Wow! Just wow! So it was thematic in every way. And of course, immediately following When Extremes Meet, we are revealed to the episode of Out of the Past, which is the flashback episode. Korra is now trapped in Tarlok, so since he's from the Northern Water Tribe, I can only imagine it to be his summer retreat. But anyway, she is forced to now look to her past. By which I mean Aang's past. We finally see Aang, Sokka, and Toph as adults. And they do not disappoint. The reveal of who Yakone is great. Finding out how he's related to Tarlok is great. Ultimately, how Tarlok is defeated is really cool. Once again, every time the series juts away from Amon, Amon comes right back into the fold and says, I'm the main antagonist. Stay on me. And he did not disappoint. I had no idea how they were going to solve the, bloodbending doesn't work on him. Huh? Only waterbenders. Oh, wait! But that was for another episode. After that, we have Turning the Tides. Which is actually a misnomer because this is the episode when everything goes to crap. Pema's baby is born. Riders of Rohan! You just wait. I guarantee you, once we get more footage of Rohan, there is definitely going to be some Riders of Rohan music videos on YouTube. Just you wait. And if there isn't, you can be damn sure I'm gonna make some. But Rohan is born, Lin is captured, and her bending is taken away. Tenzin and his family have to leave Air Temple Island. Naturally, more drama with teenage angst. But that's a given. But the Equalists take over Republic City. That is just so cool. Oh, and wait for it. Wait for it. General Iroh! Dante Basco! Thank you, you have come back! I would have liked to have seen a flashback to maybe Zuko, but you know what, there's always season 2. And the reveal for how he's General Iroh is just handled so perfectly. Once again, they did not disappoint. Best episode of the series. Until Skeletons in the Closet and Endgame. Technically 2 episodes, but they're run as if one. General Iroh comes with the United Forces fleet to liberate Republic City, and is promptly squashed by airplanes. I also love this line Bolin gives. How does your father find the time to keep inventing evil machines? Oh, Bolin. So Iroh is defeated, and he is rescued by Korra. They then endeavor to destroy the airplane so that the New Republic fleet, run by Tenzin's brother Boomy, who is awesome, by the way, for what little bit you see of him. And then we finally find out who Amon is. Amon is Tarlok's brother. That answers so much! And yet so little. However, what little bit they do reveal is enough to satisfy you until Amon reveals it all himself. And finally, when you get to the duel with Amon, he reveals himself to be a bloodbender to them in private. The lieutenant finds out. And then, finally, we see his face. And it's so cool. Everything about this episode is handled perfectly. Maybe it wraps things up a little too easily. But you know what? There are worse things. They can always start up a new season later. Oh, and we finally see Aang and Korra meeting up together. That, and we get better views of all the past avatars. That is so cool. She finally cures everyone of losing their bending. She finally learns to airbend herself, and she enters the avatar state. Korra is now a fully realized avatar. What they're going to do after, I don't know, but you know what? They got 2 years. They'll think of something. Here's a question I have for you guys. I'd like you guys to say maybe in the description box below or on the forum. I kinda thought the way they got rid of Tarlok and Amon was kinda dark. On that much I'm not going to spoil because it has to be seen to be believed. It really is very good. It's handled very well. It's a very, very beautiful scene to watch. Because it also kind of comes off as Amon wanting it to happen. As I look at Avatar Wiki, it seems like most of the users were fairly happy with how the season finale turned out and how the show was overall. However, there were a few concerns people had that I do have to cover and I do kind of agree with. The primary complaint most people had is that it felt way too short or way too rushed. I can see this because the original Avatar show had like 20 episodes, maybe 21. This had 12. This had almost half the number of episodes. Also, a main problem a lot of people had was that they felt it wrapped up too nicely. I think the user on Avatar Wiki that put it best was Prince James. I'll leave a link to his little blog post he put in Avatar Wiki describing his opinion. It's a little negative, but I see his points. Overall, though, I thought the series handled itself very well. Whereas the original Avatar series had a lot of one-episode things, you know, no long-term story arc. Legend of Korra was very much, we're telling a huge narrative here, one episode will lead into another, will lead into another. I mean, it did span several months, so there is a lot of time in between where nothing happens, but it does seem to move at a much faster pace. However, it is also covering a much darker, much more serious topic, so it really can't mess around. However, it still kept all of the comedy from the original series. Characters like Bolin and Milo were so good that they have actually caught on with so many popular memes. Overall, I think The Legend of Korra is so cool. It is a great series. It is a great addition to the Avatar saga. Some things I'd like to see out of the series. Honestly, I would love to see another season, maybe a third season after that. We are going to get a second season, but it's not going to come for maybe another year. I want my Korra! However, here's something I do want. I want an Avatar series movie. No, not that godforsaken movie M. Night Shyamalan gave us. Stupid piece of crap. Its time is coming on Cinema in Review. You have my word on that. But I'm not going to do that movie until it is something special. I'm going to have that be a special review. But what I mean by having a Avatar series movie is we have this huge mythos, this huge expansive world. This huge expansive world that the Avatar lives in. I honestly think they should Doctor Who the Avatar series. For those of you who don't know what the Doctor Who series is, it's essentially a British TV series about an extraterrestrial who has a time machine and brings Earthlings along to travel all of time and space to defeat monsters and save the universe. Another interesting fact about the Doctor is that whenever he gets hurt or injured or old, he can change his personality and appearance, becoming a new person. This describes the Avatar series so well. A superpowered hero who travels the world saving people with his companions, who every generation or so happens to change his appearance and his personality. We could have numerous spin-offs about other avatars, movies about these other avatars, exploring and expanding the mythos. That's what I mean when I say an Avatar movie. Not a retelling of a TV show, but an actual movie designed and made in a format to be shown on a big screen, not a clip show of various episodes that some director feels like putting in a movie. Like this movie. But we could have movies explaining Avatar Kuruk, Avatar Yang Chen. Heck, even that one unnamed fire avatar from the Avatar state. I want to know his story. And they could do it, too. And it would be popular, I guarantee you. A live-action movie, if made with the intention of telling a unique story that expanded the canon. Didn't retell it, but expanded on it. Gave us new avatars. Gave us a new world. Showed us where the world of The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra came from. Or where it went after. That is such an enticing idea. Hey, even the concept of maybe not following the Avatar, but following an Avatar's companion through the adventures. That'd be cool too. Overall, while I'm waiting for the new season of The Legend of Korra to start, there will be a lot of discussions, a lot of cool debates. Naturally, they're gonna finish those Last Airbender movies, as much as we don't want them to. But I am actually really excited for the future of this franchise. I think it's going up. I don't think it's ending. I think it's going to keep on going above and beyond. And I would love to see it too. Because if any show could keep on making spin-offs that capture the original essence of the show and continue it on, it would be the Avatar saga. And people would watch it too. I was going to read off some fan comments at the end of this video, but really no one responded to the forum. Oh well, I guess we'll just wait for the next vlog. Alright, the next vlog is going to be on 3D movies and 3D conversion. Oh boy, what fun. Woohoo! So remember to go to phoenix8productions.blogspot.com, click on Forum, and go to the section under Phoenix 8 Productions. If you find the section named Joe's Vlogs, you're sure to find the forum thumb, Episode 7, 3D Movies and 3D Conversion. I really would love to hear your guys' opinions on 3D movies. Is the whole 3D craze, fad, future, whatever you guys think. If you send a video comment or a video response to this video, I'll try to make sure to show it on the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this retrospective. I tried to make it as fun as possible, but really I just kind of wanted to geek out about the series overall. I'll see you guys next time on Joe's Vlogs, and this is Joe signing off.